How many times have you actually heard someone say, buy a Miata, right? You read a magazine, lots of people in the automotive press like to tell you that Miata is always the answer. Everybody's vlog or blog or whatever, it's always about the Miata, right? Is it really the answer? Is it really the best car for the money available? I just bought a 2002 Mazda Miata up to base car. It's got the smaller wheels, smaller brakes, doesn't have the LSD. It was a one owner, all books and records, I had to have it. I was looking for a daily driver. I've got a couple projects going and I wanted something super fun. I'd never really daily driven and owned a Miata. I did have an NA for a short period of time, although it didn't drive it very much. So I really wanted to kind of experience what the hubbub was all about. And so I bought this 2002 Miata. It's got the VVT, variable valve timing, which essentially increased compression a little bit, added just slightly more horsepower. This one makes 142 horse, 125 foot-pounds of torque, but gave it a much broader torque curve. Didn't really make it any faster, although acceleration is brisk, feels good, certainly lots of fun. It's a 1.8 liter 16 valve engine, very willing, very able, very flexible. I will say that I've been daily driving this car for 2 weeks now, and it's an absolute ride. I think the biggest thing with the Miata is you actually feel how light they are, and there aren't too many cars on the market where you can honestly say that, like, they're just so light, you actually feel how light they are, you know? I've been testing a lot of roadsters lately. I did the NB Miata, I did the S2000, and I really like where these fall in value-wise. This car was less than $5,000, and I'm gonna have to agree with every single automotive journalist out there who has mentioned that there isn't a better car for the money, you know? Like, I read an article the other day, like, that half the Motor Trend staff own Miatas. They own them for a reason, you know? They can kind of own whatever they want. They get to drive a lot of cool stuff, exotic cars, whatever the case, but, like, these are terrific cars. The shifter is amazingly precise. It's like a little joystick. I absolutely love it. So easy to rev match. It feels like a little toy. Again, the exhaust sounds really, really terrific. 7,000 RPM redline. In 2002, this one I'm driving right here, they did change the front fascia a little bit. Changed the grille, they changed the headlights and taillights. Gave it these beautiful white face gauges, which I really, really dig in this car. And just updated the look a little bit. Still looks very traditional Miata, but looks a little bit more aggressive. The Miata, I mean, let's face it, this is the contemporary embodiment of a British sports car without the irritation, right? Like, literally, no oil stains, starts every time, and as long as you change the oil in this car, it will last forever. I mean, this is probably the most reliable SCCA showroom stock car ever. I think the Miata, and this is gonna piss some people off maybe, but I think the Miata has created a name right there with, like, the Porsche 911, you know? I mean, like, it's legendary at this point, and it's so late model. It's only 25 years old, right? 911s have been around since the 50s or whatever, 60s, you know, when the 356 came out. But I think they've developed a legendary status, right? Like the Mercedes G-Wagon, the 911, the Mini Cooper, the original Mini. Like, I think they've kind of come into that. It's just a simple joy of motion. It feels intimate. Everything is very light to the touch. The steering is very direct. The handling is very neutral. It's very well balanced. When you're going around a fast corner and you lift off, it rotates around perfectly. The nose tucks in really nicely. I mean, it really rewards a good driver. It's such a joy to just drive fast, but you're not even really going fast, you know? It just makes you feel like you're going fast, and I think that's the joy of it, you know? You can really use it on the street. Performance-wise, on paper, right, Miata pretty much sucks. But, that being said, it's more fun to drive than 99% of the cars out there. And for what I paid for this car, man, the answer really always is Miata, especially at 5,000 bucks. I mean, I did drive an ND a few weeks ago, and as much as I love the ND, there are a lot of cars you can buy for that $30,000, $25,000 to $30,000 price range. I mean, let's be clear there, right? But at this price point, this one has less than 100,000 miles. You know, I paid less than $5,000 for it. There isn't a better car. And EPA has this thing rated at 2228 or 2028. My last tank, I averaged 30 mpg. I mean, super economical, super reliable. The embodiment of a British roadster with none of the headaches and none of the BS. Just like perfectly balanced. There aren't enough good things I can say about this car. It doesn't have any room, big deal. It's not made for room. If you're looking for a sports car, man, this is it. This is the car. The answer is, in fact, always Miata. That's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, follow me on Instagram at FlyingLap1. I'd appreciate it. See ya.